All right, we're going to call the meeting to order. Let's do the pledge, please.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
Here.
Mrs. Cotterman.
Here.
Mr. Mosier.
Here.
Miss Amy Walker.
Here.
Mr. Wigton. Here.
And entertain a motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion. Roll call.
Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
Mr. Wigton. 4. Mr. Mosier.
4. And entertain a motion to approval of previous board meeting minutes, July 16, 2025 and July 30, 2025.
So moved.
Oh, second.
Okay.
Discussion.
Miss Amy Walker.
4.
Mr. Wigton. 4. Mrs. Melissa Walker.
4.
Mrs. Cotterman.
4.
Mr. Mosier.
4. Any presentations of certificate? Seeing none. Entertain a motion for item J, matters related to. Wait a minute.
You skipped ahead about 5 pages. I'm with you. Go for it.
Like your enthusiasm.
You are in a hurry.
Yeah.
Moving on. All right, how about entertaining a motion for item F, recognition, or, let's see, any visitors? Sorry. Seeing none? Now let's get back to business. Administrative committee reports. Legislative,
No report.
athletic board,
We haven't met.
I think we got a date set, is it?
Don't ask me, because I was just going to say June.
It's rubbing off.
We'll see you next year. Not sure. We do. I know we do. I just-
Probably be in December.
December? All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Student representative, just checking. Facilities, all right.
So as we're all aware of, over at Eastview Elementary School, we've had some mold issues this year. Everything has been addressed. The last air quality test was taking place last Thursday. We got the results back on Monday. 2 rooms were elevated. And what I mean by elevated, if you put it into perspective, the outside fungal ratings were 11,400. The inside fungal ratings for these 2 rooms, one was 4,040, the other one was 3,680, I think is what it was. So we are actually having those 2 rooms re-cleaned today. We'll have the air quality company back in tomorrow to test those 2 rooms, and we should have results back on Monday for that. The 2 rooms, one's a copier room. We've moved that to another empty spare room in the building already. The other one is the art room. The art teacher shares Mifflin and Eastview, so they're going to be out of the building for the next 6 consecutive school days, so it won't affect anything with class time for those teachers. Other than that, we put a team together and got over there on Tuesday morning. Had 11 people from different buildings come over, custodians, maintenance, get all the heavy equipment, or heavy lifting items back in place for the teachers. During this whole process, we ran into asbestos. We had Kyle's carpets were removed. The carpets that were rolled type carpet like this were actually stuck directly to the floors. When they went to pull them, we popped some tiles. They immediately treated it as asbestos before we even knew it. So that process was already underway. The very next day, we had a team out there, mitigation team. They tested it. It was hot. They immediately went to work getting that cleaned up. During this whole process, they were already there for doing the mold cleanup. So air scrubbing, ozone, all that stuff was being done already. So nothing was affected. Everything was tented off as soon as it was found. So that's already been addressed, and then Washington's carpets came back in and laid, instead of carpet, we did vinyl plank flooring, but it's actually glued down to the floors. So we never have to worry about the carpet situation in those areas again. What caused this? We still don't have a 100% answer. That's the unfortunate side of it. The mold and the Superior Restoration, they feel, being that it was such a hot, humid, wet summer early on, that may have been a contributing factor to this. We did not have any water infiltration. We didn't have a water leak, a roof leak. Nothing foundation-wise was was found. So the unfortunate thing is that building's been there for, 60-some years now, not had an issue with it before that we knew of. But we've changed some of our things. They normally shut down the air conditioning units in the summertime and only leave the first room and the last rooms on. I think Steve had done that for energy consumption. We are now reversing that and leaving those on because that will help dehumidify the air as well as keep it cool. So just want to give an update on that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, board policy?
No, we're scheduled to meet June 3rd, 4 o'clock.
Of June. You said June too.
Oh, gosh, don't go back.
We are ready for this school year to be over.
September
3rd.
September 3rd. I wish it was June still.
Yes.
I think we've all been
Maybe
to
that's what it is.
someplace before we got here.
All right, student achievement.
As you can expect, students aren't in the building, so there's not a ton. So let's see. At Madison South, they're excited to say they increased their gap closing score on the state report card for the 24-25 school year. And can't wait to get the 25-26 school year started. They want to give a thank you to the families and for continued support. And at Eastview, they're very proud of both the staff and students as they received a 5-star rating on their state report card. And that's it.
All right, thank you. Superintendent update?
Before I go into my update, I just want to publicly thank John and Missy for their work in dealing with the mold and patience, and we had some delays in things, and there was a lot that went into that. So I'd like to thank both of them for their work on that. They did a great job working through that. So thank you. I'd like to start with a video. Mr. Mosier and Mr. Wigton have already seen this. I did share it at our opening meeting on Monday, but this video is a 100 years celebration that was put together throughout the year last year, and just like to share that at this time.
To be part of the 100-year history of Madison, it's kind of amazing. I've been part of it for a large chunk of it, both as a student and now as a staff member. I really feel like I'm part of the history of the school and part of the family that Madison represents.
We build up each other's lives and we support each other. And when things get tough, you see that love for family come through.
You know, we've had a lot of different things we've done to celebrate 100 years of Madison. We started out the season with our alumni game. We had a lot of band members that came back and cheerleaders, Ramettes. We had athletes and coaches and just alumni. All Madison alumni were recognized by decades through the night. Brought back a lot of special memories for, all of the Madison alumni to come together and reminisce with old friends and look at old yearbooks, and it's definitely been a special time. Some of the buildings that were here before are no longer here.
My parents graduating in '66, I think might have been the second or first graduating class here at the high school. How special this building must have been to them.
Being able to, in 2014, open up a new middle school has been a big asset for our district.
The opportunities that are afforded to our kids because of that has been awesome, and my own kids have had the opportunity to go there, and that's been really special.
Being here my whole life in Madison, from infant till now, and knowing how much the education system, the school system has grown since when I was here, it's just super exciting to be able to celebrate that, knowing we've been around for 100 years and Career Tech at 50 years.
My high school back in Warren, Ohio no longer exists, and they consolidated and they joined with the school across town, our rivals. So the fact that we're still here 100 years later, it's great.
My hope for the future for Madison Schools is that we continue to provide a quality education for our students, programs such as our career tech, our arts programs, our music program, so that students that graduate from here have a very solid foundation to build their lives on.
Because of what Madison provided, it opened up doors for me to get a scholarship, to go to college, and to pursue my career. And I really hope that they continue to prepare people in that same capacity.
I hope we don't ever get satisfied with where we're at and be better students, be better staff, better administrators, and just better people, and continue to grow that way as individuals.
We continue to evolve what we do and where we do it, but it's still Madison.
So we have a series of videos, and I'll continue to show those, and then we'll also be posting them on our website as well for people to see. So we'll have the 100-year events and the history recorded and for people to see for the next 100 years. So the only other thing that I have aside from first day of school is tomorrow, so we're excited about that. Staff has been working hard over the last 3 days getting professional development in. As I don't know if you've seen your email today, but I shared an email with you regarding an upcoming performance audit that the Ohio Auditor's Office is going to do for us. The nice thing about it is there's no cost to it. They say it's about a 6-month process before they will have some results back for us. But what they will do is come in and interview us, look at a lot of our data, and try to provide us with some recommendations as to how we can proceed more efficiently, especially with our finances. That we got selected for this as a result of our financial situation. So they are coming on Tuesday, September 2nd. You are all invited to come. They'll present to us kind of how this all will work and how it will go. So you're all invited for that. And then they'll be interviewing Brad and I after that initial meeting in the morning. And then in the afternoon, they'll be interviewing John and Mike Yost in transportation to get some more information from them. So that's what that is. You can look at it one of two ways. We're choosing to look at it as a positive, to get more information, get a different set of eyes on our district, and provide us with recommendations. We won't be required to do anything that they recommend. They are purely recommendations. So that concludes my update.
Thank you. All right, presentation, Adult Career Center.
This is awkward.
You can turn.
That's okay.
Well, you don't need to speak into the microphone, does you?
I mean, you can hear me, right? Okay.
I'm deaf and I can hear him.
Okay. All right. So I sent all of you an email with this where you'll be able to view it. Okay. So I'll just go through and highlight some of the highlights for last school year, and then I'll go into just some updates as we move into the 25-26 school year. So as I provide every year, our career development, career training programs, we have 9 that are technically approved as career development, but a total of 10 because we have the nail technician as well. But we held our graduation on June 13th. A couple of you were there, and I appreciate it very much. There were 124 total graduates, but of those, I think we had 86 participate and walk through the graduation, so that was exciting. And of those 124 graduates, 39 of them also earned their adult high school diploma. And of the 124, 101 graduated from our career development programs and 23 from our shorter term certificate programs like nail technician. And then you can see our performance results there. We had an 88% completion rate, 95% credentialing rate, 96% positive post-program placement, and then of those, 79%
to their technical training. So we're pleased with those numbers. They all either meet or exceed the state benchmarks, so we're happy with that. And then under our workforce and personal interest courses, we offered 39 of those. Compared to 65 the previous year, it's getting more and more difficult to find instructors that are willing to get into the classroom and teach some of those short-term classes. But we did complete 15, same number as before, and had 73 folks go through those 15 classes. We did have 10 additional classes that we did offer. I mean, we tried to offer, but there were no enrollments. And 42 people did express interest in our classes, but for some reason didn't enroll. And then under adult diploma, as I mentioned, we had 39 graduates out of 42, or compared to 42 last year. And 33 of 39 earned their adult diploma. The remaining 6, 2 of them will not complete, but the 4 are transferred into this year working on passing their credentials. So that 85% would be even higher. Still have the 8 approved programs. Oh, I didn't do, sorry. There we go. I can't see it, so. Okay, and then our employer and community agency services, we are continuing to offer the community health worker services through the Community Health Access Project. And the individuals that we serve through that are Richland County JFS Medicaid participants. About 99% of them are Medicaid participants. And that is going very well. We're serving a lot of folks and helping them access resources in the community to help them through whatever it is they're facing, and there are multiple things they could be facing. J Industries, we always partner with them. We provide a monthly welding safety and quality training. We did some quarterly basic GMAW training, and something new that we developed for them this past year was for a group of their engineers, and we provided blueprint reading, the GD&T, which is geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, basic level SPC, which is statistical process control, and root cause analysis, and that was a really successful training program too for the group of engineers. And then Gorman-Rupp, we started that HVAC training machining program the year before and finished it last year, and that was a huge success as well. And last year I shared this, and I wanted to do it again this year. In 24-25, we were awarded a total of $357,212.03 in grant dollars. And anytime there's an opportunity for that, we go after it. And you can see of that $357,000, $210,000 was geared towards scholarship grants, because if we can get those grants and give it back to our students to help them cover the cost of their training program, that's what we're going to do with it. So we were able to acquire the Work Ready grant through ODHE of $86,180. Ada Ford Foundation has been a supporter of our training programs for several years now. We received an additional $72,000 from them this year, or in 24-25. And then the Lozit Family Foundation, you've heard me talk about that. That's specifically for the precision machining program. That came about several years ago through the Swage Lot Company that was out in Ontario. They are no longer there, and so we were informed this year that this will be the last grant, just because the Swage Lot Company wants to support the training programs that are in the area of where their companies are located. So we did receive another $52,000. That is, I think we've got $35,000 this year, then we're going to get the remaining next year. It's a 2-year grant. The short-term certificate training, we received $37,553. Now that grant can be used for scholarships. It can be used for anything that supports our short-term certificate training programs. So you'll see later in a slide what we did with some of that money, because we can use that for scholarships, salaries of instructors, new equipment, lab renovations, anything that supports those programs. And then the CTX, Center for Training Excellence, we received $109,479.03. And that's to support anything that we do, providing consultative or training for local employers. I should say that money can cover operational costs, salaries, equipment for training, the salaries of the people providing the training. There's a lot of ways we can use that money as well. It's not moving. Oh, you know why? It's the pictures, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay. So moving into this next year, our enrollments right now are looking very promising. We have 303 in the pipeline, possibly. So 35 are actively enrolled already.
We have 21 enrolled to begin class, 158 in the process of enrolling in a career training program, and 89 additional folks have expressed an interest, just haven't taken that next step to start the enrollment process. Our certified nurse aid and phlebotomy programs have already started, and they started at capacity. And then we have several programs starting in September and October. So we're looking forward to enrollment this year. And local programming partnerships, we're continuing with Mid-Ohio Aspire, that used to be Mansfield City Schools Aspire, and as you all know, they eliminated that program there, so Mid-Ohio ESC took that on, and we are still going to hold GED classes, work piece tutoring, and then partner with them on adult diploma programming. We're still at Richland County Job and Family Services, helping to staff their resource center, and then last year was new with the Associated Builders and Contractors. We are partnering with them to bring the apprenticeship program to the Mansfield community. So last year we hosted levels 2 and 3. This year we're going to add levels 1 and then continue on with 3 and 4. And then we have some new programming that I'm super excited about. Last year we developed some leadership courses. I'm working with a young lady. She's actually a graduate of Madison. Can't remember what year, but she is a business consultant and she's from the Cleveland area, so she's used to being able to charge like big money. And so when she's coming to me asking about providing some leadership training, she's throwing these figures out there. I'm like, employers are not going to pay that. So we took some time to develop some classes, and they're slow getting going, but I think they're going to take off. We've had several employers take advantage of them. But we provided a leadership boot camp training for new and emerging leaders and supervisors. We did a leadership in the trenches for more, mid-level senior leaders doing strategic leadership approaches. And then going into this next year, we're going to add a legacy series, and we're going to train folks on building a leadership pipeline, living your best life in retirement, and succession planning for business owners and senior leaders. We're promoting that through LinkedIn, our Facebook page, and I don't know, well, you've probably seen the chamber newsletter that comes through. We're doing chamber email blasts out to employers for those leadership courses. Our online training, I mentioned that last year, it's taking off. We have 6 enrollments. They are actively enrolled right now. The courses that they're in are Certified Residential Interior Designing, a couple of them are in Accounting Fundamentals, a couple in Microsoft Excel, and then the Financial Analyst Suite. So looking for that to continue growing. And then, new this year, you've probably heard, we brought CDL Class A truck driving training to Mansfield in a partnership with Trainco. We did launch our first class in July. We had 3 students. We had 4 enrolled. 1 ended up in jail, so couldn't go. three took it, they all passed, earned their CDL. And then we are hoping to start our second class on September 8th. It was supposed to start in August and just not getting the enrollments like we thought we would. So we're trying to figure out better ways to market that. So with that Talent Ready grant that I talked about, that we can do whatever we need to do to support our certificate training programs. The 2 pictures on the left is our dental assisting and certified nurse aid lab. We were able to, we put new flooring in there and new student workstations. The tables and chairs are new. We also, you can't see it from here, but in the back, we added 2 CNA beds. So we have 4 beds in that lab now as well. We run CNA daytime and evening. So if we're not in the health tech lab at the high school in the evening, we're utilizing this lab during the day so we can provide daytime training. But all the furniture that was in there before were multiple desks and chairs. Those were all dispersed throughout the high school in other classrooms. I took pictures, blasted them out on email, and said, first up, first grab, take it, and they went. So I went the instructor chair, I went the instructor desk, so that was really nice. And then on the right is our lab that's connected to that. There's like a door that separates the 2 of them. That is the room we're using for our leadership training and our CDL training. And we're hoping to be able to utilize that lab more and more, but we were able to put carpeting in there. You can see the tables. Those are all refurbished. We had carpentry students come up and tear that apart. It used to be in an L shape over in another classroom. They took that all apart, put it back together the way we wanted it, and then we purchased new chairs for in there. So we are super excited. It's so nice. And so if you get a chance to get to the high school, it's that those middle 2 labs upstairs in the career tech wing. And this is really exciting. So, John knows all about this. So in the Career Tech hallway, are they all aware of the wall?
Yes, we talked.
Okay, you know the wall that kids always like to go down and bust holes in? Okay, so that was all repaired. And when we did that, we decided we would go ahead and take it's not called paneling, but that stuff down, because we thought it was all brick behind there, the concrete blocks, I mean. Oh, well, the middle of the section was old red brick, and then it had some blocks in the middle of it. It happened to be the original old entrance to the library at one
Rear
time.
entrance to the library of the original building.
So we're like, oh, great, now what do we do? So we had to cover that all up, and it was a white, what do you call that, like a dry erase board kind of material. We got a hold of Justin Chance, who is a Madison grad, and he designed that mural for us. Jake and I worked together on it. So Madison for Technical Education covers the high school and just Career Tech in general, and then we were able to put our logo on there. Those pictures on the left and right represent our career training programs. So that was really fun, and it took quite a while. I have an office full of women, and Justin was very patient. He kept editing, but I love the end result. It's so cool. It is 9 feet tall, 12 feet wide, so you have to check it out. Super excited. It just says, hello, Career Tech. Okay, then we were all able to utilize the 100-year banners on the buildings. So this is what Adalta did with ours. We actually purchased 4 of them because we offer training year-round and we have multiple start dates, fall, winter, spring, summer. We did a fall, winter, spring, summer banner that lists, obviously you can see our logo, phone number, information, our courses, and then we did the theme representing the season. So our fall one will hopefully be going up before the end of the season. So that's what we did with our banners, and that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, moving on. I, treasurer's business, entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's business.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second. Tim motion, I'll second.
discussion.
Yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit. So, since that TV's so small, I just put the report in front of you. I changed it around a little bit this time to make things, because there's some things that are out there and I want to make it relevant. So let's just, first we'll look at the revenue comparison. I'm just going to briefly talk about this because if you see the local and other generated revenue, it looks like we had $1.1 million more this year than we did last year. Well, we did because I had the advance return, which you voted on, and didn't have our advance return last year, so that's what that is. However, if you remember, the advance return was $1.2 million, so really, without that advance, the local and other generated revenue would have been less than what it was last year. We did, we barely ended, well, we ended July with negative 1 day cash on hand, so August we got our real estate settlement, so this month it's going to look a lot better than it did last month, but we are razor thin when it comes to budgeting and money. The next page, expenditures. Rather than read through this, I do want to point something out. In that bottom section where it says district, and it's got Madison listed all the way down to Mansfield at the bottom, and the share of operating expenses for general admin and other central support staff. Here's why I put that in. The House Bill 96 that just got passed, I'm going to read this. This is verbatim. It's Ohio Revised Code section 3315.063. This just was in the legislation. No Board of Education of any school district shall expend more than 15% of the board's annual operating budget on administrative salaries and benefits and other costs associated with district administrative offices. Well, that other costs opens it up to a plethora. Who knows what those other costs are? For example, we just got our real estate settlement. There's $125,000 in fees for auditor fees, treasurer fees, real estate assessment fees, delinquent tax assessment collection fees. Those aren't instructional expenditures. Those aren't support staff services expenditures. Those are administrative fees that get charged to my office. Is the state of Ohio going to count that? I don't know. Who knows? Last year we spent almost $28,000 on auditors. We get audited every year, so it's between 25 and 30 grand. That is not an instructional expense. It's not a support service expense. It's administrative purchase service expense. So are they going to count that? Who knows? When this bill came out, House Bill 96, when that was in there, I did a preliminary projection of what I thought the state was going to look at, and we were below the 15%. We were like 11%. BASA, which is the Buckeye Association of School Administrators, which does all across the state, I don't know if they hopefully have a lot better information than I have, because they did an assessment of every school district across the state. And these numbers in here are Richland counties. If you look at this, Madison is the lowest in the county, and like the 6th lowest, I think, in the entire state. 19th lowest? Thank you. Thanks. I forget. In the entire state for what they say the administrative expenses are, percent of our operating budget. So when I did it, it was below 15%, but it wasn't nearly this good. I'm not 100% sure that this is the way it's going to be calculated, but if it's calculated the way I did it, we're below. If it's calculated the way they did it, we're well below. So I wanted to put that in there so you all and the administration and the public can see we are the lowest in the county for administrative expenditures. We're not, I think that's pretty good. I think that says a lot. Because as Mr. Peterson pointed out, our administrative team does a bang-up job. So it's a great bang for the buck.
Now they're going to want raises.
I know.
Well, you know what?
I'm only saying that because the public's not here.
And honestly, if you look at our 5-year forecast, we're lucky to give what we got. I mean, that's the sad reality of the situation. And then the next page, listen, I've talked about 85% of our budget being spent on salaries and benefits and another 11 being spent on purchase services, but I just kind of left it at that. We talk a little bit about it during the 5-year forecast. Well, this is last year, and I took the numbers and broke it down. So when we talk about salaries, okay, well, you can see 77% of the money that's spent on salaries is regular certificated. So that's teachers. 16% is regular classified, support staff, bus drivers, aides, custodians, administrative assistants. 5% is substitutes. I mean, last year we spent $580,000 on substitutes. Teachers, substitute teachers, not all substitute, just substitute teachers. And then another 2% on supplementals. And then I went down to benefits. You've heard me preach over and over again about health insurance killing us. Well, 64% of the benefits are health insurance. And it is growing every year, so I would venture to say it's going to be higher than 64% at the end of FY26. So I wish, well, I shouldn't say I wish. You all hopefully are aware, Mr. Peterson's aware, we are working on things to try to reduce that, fix that. We've got meetings scheduled, we've got plans in the works, things are changing. The unfortunate thing is we can't control the medical field and what's going on there. We can do the best with what we've got, and we are working on it, but it's killing us. And then I went down to purchase services. You can see things like OT and PT and all the services that are needed for students that have special needs, and facility repairs, things like that, which we can't get around. 16% on utilities, we can't get around that. So, but I thought those things would be relevant because it is timely, and people, say, well, where are you spending your money? This is how it's broken out. So, the next thing, I didn't print it. Well, I sent it to you. Chelsea sent it to you in the board packet. Didn't print it off. Was that 5-year forecast? When we did the cautionary written plan, that had the 5-year forecast was in there. I just have to resubmit May of 2025, last year, even though 2025 is all done. I have to resubmit a forecast that is reflective of that precautionary written plan. The precautionary written plan is what ODEW required, and then now they say, okay, now that you have that, you have to redo the forecast to match what you just sent us. It's just redundancy. The next thing, acceptance of 3 grants. I know they're not here, but, you know, Stephanie Beilstein, or Bistline, Janelle Kirshner, and Amy O'Connell, we need to extend a thank you to them for going above and beyond and trying and getting grants from Richland Foundation for things for their classroom. Anytime teachers can go out and raise money, get money from grants to do things what they want to do in the classroom, that's something that needs to be commended and thanked, because it's appreciated. I mean, really appreciated, because they're not costing the district and they're getting to do what they want for the benefit of the kids in the district. So that's wonderful. And the last thing, this is something new. I had done it before at my other district. It's something that should have been done here. I just implemented it. We have change funds. So when somebody has athletics, or like South, when people go in, there has to be a change fund, because people sometimes pay cash, believe it or not. So we give change funds to the buildings, change funds to athletics, you know, career tech, board office. We give them the change funds, and then at the end of the year, they give us the money back. Okay, and it's an even trade. So, but it's just there for you guys to approve those change funds. Are there any questions on my treasurer's report? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Wigton?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4. All right, now we're at item J. Entertain a motion, matters related to personnel.
So moved.
Second.
There you go. Discussion?
I just want to recognize a couple of individuals who have been longtime employees of the district who are retiring. They could not be here tonight, but I do want to recognize them. The first one is Jenny Phillips, who has been the preschool itinerant teacher here for some time. She is retiring. She has an illness, and I think forced her into retiring earlier than I think she had hoped to. But I want to recognize and thank her for her service to Madison. And then we have a bus driver, Diane Trackler. Similar situation with her health, struggling a little bit. She's retiring probably earlier than she intended, but she is retiring this year, and she's had a great impact and hauled a lot of kids around the district and done it with a smile on her face. And I think the kids really enjoyed having her as a driver. So she's retiring as well. So just want to recognize and thank both of those individuals publicly for their service to Madison.
Ready? Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mr. Wigton?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4. And in item K, entertain a motion for superintendent's business.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Just all pretty much annual things, nothing.
Mr. Wigton?
4.
Miss Amy Walker?
4.
Mrs. Melissa Walker?
4.
Mrs. Cotterman?
4.
Mr. Mosier?
4. And any visitors to comment? All right, item M, president business. Next regular board meeting, education, 6 p.m., September 17th, Madison Middle School. Scheduled records commissions meeting.
I think last year we did it right before the board meeting.
Yeah, we do, typically.
You will be in charge. I won't be here that week.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to request executive session. There will be no vote afterwards, so.
Are you asking for a motion?
Yeah, motion to go to.
Motion.
Sorry, I didn't say it, did I?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Mrs. Melissa Walker,
4.
Mrs. Cotterman,
4.
Sammy Walker,
4.
Mr. Wigton,
4.
Mr. Mosier.
4.
There's that. That you can't go to.